guys, Allison here, and welcome back to Pause Let's Chat. Okay, today is the one you all have been waiting for. My comparison video on the Andis Pulse ZR2 and the Wahl KM10. So these are pretty much the top two cordless clippers on the market right now, and everyone always wants to know which one's better, but most people don't get the chance to use both, so you're hearing their opinions based off of which one they own. So I've been borrowing this one from my coworker for like almost 2 weeks now, and she's been using mine, so I could really get a feel for this clipper. I own this clipper, so I'm going to tell you what I like and what I don't like about each, and then I'll let you all decide which one is the best to go for. So let's get into it. So let's start with the Pulse ZR by Andis. So I wrote a couple stuff down on each one because I couldn't remember. So the Andis one on Love Groomers website is $349.95. So Love Groomers has free shipping. So that is the cost of this clipper. They also have a 3-hour run time, which I have realized is really awesome. 3-hour runtime, if you've never used a cordless clipper, doesn't sound like it's a long time. I will say the one I own has a 2-hour runtime, and I maybe charge it like once a week. So when you think about it in correlation to how long the clipper is actually running, it lasts a lot longer than it sounds. So this one has a 3-hour runtime, which is awesome. And it's also a 5-speed clipper. So that's really great. Those two things are better already than this one. So 3-hour runtime and a 5-speed. It also has a dock station, which is my favorite thing. And I thought it said it had a removable battery, but I don't see that. So the dock station, which is probably my favorite part for this clipper, this sits kind of like your Wahl bravuras do. We all have these. This will sit on your grooming station, and this will just pop in here. This lights up when it's charging. This is probably the thing I'm most jealous about that my Wahl doesn't have. I'll talk about that in a second. This docking station is a really nice add-on feature. And then I'm just gonna jump on into my Wahl KM. So this one is $259.99 on Frank Rowan Son's website. It is out of stock currently on there, and I couldn't find these dang things anywhere. I couldn't find it on Love Groomers. I couldn't find it anywhere. So I don't know what's going on with that, but $259. It has a 2-hour runtime, like I said. So, but still, that lasts me. Literally, I might charge it once or twice a week, depending on how crazy of a week I'm having. And I do 5, 6, 7 dogs a day. So, you know, that's gonna last you for a good amount of time. It's only a 2-speed, so this one only is a 2-speed clipper here. This one is a 5-speed, remember, so that kind of sucks. This does come with a 5-year warranty from Wahl. I think that's void if you buy them on Amazon, I'm pretty sure. But Wahl's customer service compared to Andis's customer service is unparalleled. Wahl has taken back blades that I've sharpened that won't be sharpened. I've sent them to 80 different thousand sharpeners. They send me new stuff all the time. They take my word for it. They've fixed my clippers before in a super timely manner. So in my experience, Wahl's customer service is amazing. I don't know about Andis, but I've never heard anything like great or bad. I do hear a lot of good things about Wahl's customer service. Let's talk about the charger for the Wahl clipper. They could definitely update this dang charger. So like I said, the Andis one has a dock station, which is, I'm so jealous. This one just has a plug in the wall, plug in the bottom of your charge. So now you have more cords around your table. This is the only thing I hate. And then it plugs in the bottom. and then it charges like so. The good thing is you can use this one while it's charging. So you just plug it up and it becomes a corded clipper. This one dies, you're kind of out of luck until it charges up again. But it is easier to just throw it on the charger. So if you're done with your dog, you're gonna go bathe another one, you just pop it on that dock station, run to the back. Whereas this one, I'm more apt to not charge it throughout the day. It just sits in my cart until I grab it and use it. It has a light to let me know that it's dying, and then I will eventually plug it in, but it doesn't get charged throughout the day. Whereas if I had this one, I could definitely see myself charging it while I'm not using it. So some tidbits about these clippers that you might not know. They are the same weight. So I didn't look this up. I guess I shouldn't say they're the same weight, because I didn't actually get on the website and read the description of the weight for both of them. I forgot. But I mean, it's so if they're not the same weight, it's by less than an ounce. Okay, I'm telling you, I have them right here. I'm pretty positive these are dang near the same weight. And if it's not enough to throw you off. So what I will say about the weight of each of these is, this one, the weight is majority at the end where the battery is down here. So while you're working, it feels like it's so light at first, but then this part's heavy. So I notice I go and I'm kind of moving my wrist in this motion, and I thought I was really going to like it because this one, the weight is evenly distributed. This one, the weight is all at the end. And I thought I was gonna love it. And the more I used it, the more my wrist started to hurt. And I don't know if that, and I've never had that feeling before. I don't know if that's because the weight is all at the end of the clipper. I'm really not sure, but that was just my personal experience with it. But at first go, I was like, oh, this is nice. And more I started using it, I was like, okay, this motion with all the weight on the end is really starting to hurt my wrist. So that was kind of a bummer. The Wahl ones, its weight is distributed completely evenly throughout the clipper. So when you first pick them up, the Wahl one almost feels a tad heavier to me. But if you're trying to really compare, they're the same. The Wahl one's weight is evenly distributed, so I've noticed yes, upon first picking it up and making this motion, it feels heavier than this one just because the head of this one is so lightweight. But the longer I use it, I don't become tired. My wrist doesn't hurt. What I don't like about this one in comparison to this one is this one's kind of big and bulky around here, which is where I tend to hold it, because you're supposed to hold it like a pencil. Whereas if you see on this one, it's skinnier, and it's skinnier through here. So that's literally where my hand goes. It's a lot, not down on there, but up here. It's a lot user-friendly. If you have small hands, this one's probably going to be easier to hold. I have big hands, so it's really this one doesn't affect me, but I did notice that was something I wish was better on this one, was that the top was smaller. So Wahl clippers are known for their quote-unquote brushless motors. So I really don't know a lot about brushless motors and all that good stuff, but from what I understand is the motor in the Wahl one doesn't have brushes that need to be changed out, whereas my understanding is the Andis one has brushes in the motor that might need to be changed. Not often. That's not going to be something that you need to do even once a year, I don't think. But like I said, I don't know 100% about that. I've never used anything but Wahl clippers. I've never had to worry about it, so that's pretty much all I know. Don't take my word on the whole brushes thing with the motor. I really don't know. Seriously, I probably shouldn't have brought it up. But that way, and just look it up. Look into it. That way you can find out for yourself what that's all about. these clippers have been used by groomers every day, you know, so they've both been dropped, they've both been heavily used, they've both gone through the ringer. So from them both being used and heavily used, and they've both been dropped, all I know is my Wahl one is quieter than this Andis one. So that was pretty interesting. I've done it with the same blades, put the blades on each one, and this one just seems quieter to me. And then at the same time, so as you can tell, this one just sounds rougher. Like I said though, they've both been heavily used. They've both been dropped before. This one could have just had a harder fall than mine, but I know mine's had some pretty good hard falls. So that'll show you kind of how they hold up. So ultimately, which one's better? It's almost gonna be personal opinion. Until next time, guys. Thanks. Bye.